guys and dolls, freedom dot here, and it is cold in Scotland. But I'm just coming on, guys, to talk about what's going on in Russia. So I'm just going to give everybody a wee quick recap so everybody's on the same page and let you know what's going on. So basically, Ukraine have been screaming out for missiles to attack Russia because they know if they do that, Russia will retaliate big time, and that will bring other people into the war. And that's basically like a wee tiny bully getting everybody else involved in their fight so they can beat everybody up, as far as I'm concerned. So Putin turned around and says, if anybody does that, you know, whoever gives them it is going to be responsible. And they've given them it. Biden gave the go-ahead 2 days ago, and within 24 hours they fired their first missile. So where does that leave us? Is this World War III? In a nutshell, no. I'm not going to be a scaremonger. I'm going to tell you how it is, you know. So let's look at it logically, as I like to do. So we know Biden isn't really running the country, right? And we know Biden government is on its way out. Now, what I think is going to happen here is that Trump has already spoke to Zelensky, and we've seen how that went. He just stood beside Trump nodding like a wee dog when Trump said this war should never have started. You know, clear as day, Trump has got this under control as far as Zelensky's. And you got to remember, Zelensky's only going to be doing what he's told, because that's all he's done from day one right now. He's a puppet that was put in power to do what he was told. And he doesn't listen to anybody in his country, and anybody in his country are saying. He's listening to what the Americans and the British are saying. So that's why he's in this mess. He could have signed the peace deal. Americans and the British told him not to, and he didn't. Therefore, hence a year and a half worth of war on top of already was there. So basically, we've got a situation where we've got a government that's leaving, trying to start a war, and everybody can see it. And I've looked very closely. I've done a wee bit of research, so I did this morning, on Trump and Putin. I've watched as many videos as I could of them talking to each other and about each other. And I'm definitely left with the opinion that these two guys are definitely reading off the same page. So with that, I can honestly say that I imagine this is how it's going to go. Putin's going to apologise to Putin. No, like publicly, personally. He's going to apologise to Putin. He's going to say, on behalf of the American people, we apologise that this Biden government has supplied these weapons for your country to be attacked. And Mr. Putin, I want you to be assured that when I come into power legally, I will be holding people responsible for trying to bring our country into World War III. And that's what I think's what's going to come out of this. I honestly think that the Biden government are so desperate that they honestly thought that doing this would have started a World War III, you know? And that's their way of saying, oh, look, 3 years down the line, when half our country is all wiped out and people are down from all sorts, then the Biden government will say, see, I told you would have been better with Kamala Harris. This is what they're trying to do, you know? They're trying to make it for the next 4 years. Honestly, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to set President Trump up to fail. So they are. And I honestly think that the big boys can see right through it. And they're not going to be throwing rockets across any countries anytime soon, just because the Biden government triggered them into doing it. So I want everybody to relax. There is a lot of videos going online about World War III, etc., etc. But please believe me, I have looked at this very carefully. Unless something serious happens, like they do go close to atomic, and they do hit a city where it's highly populated, and they do lose thousands of people, then yes, Putin will return 100 times fold into Ukraine, and there will be mass unaliving and casualties that we've never seen before. It'll put 9/11 and other controversies that's happened in the past, make them look so insignificant, you know. It is possible, yeah. The next stage would be, what do we do? Because come here, what I'm trying to say to you is, like, Biden's government's leaving, Trump's government's coming in January, It's all good. But we've still got a British government exactly like Biden's government. You've got to understand, Biden's government now will have a finger in our government because we'll be one of the last governments left next to Canada that are far left. So they're going to be all over our government, believe you me. And they're going to concentrate on making the Labour Party stronger in Britain. And they're going to make it harder for us to get Labour gone. Because like I've said in my last video, I believe they are the enemy of the state. They are not doing anything productive for this country. They've done nothing but lie to get into power. And that to me alone is enough. Never mind the crimes committed against the children in our country. You know, because of the Labour government and the Conservative government. People say the Conservatives were involved as well. But you got to remember it was the Labour Party that started this with Tony Blair. Always remember that, guys. That's who kicked the ball down the street first, Labour Party, and now they're finishing off the job they started. So we do have a problem with our government. Our government are as dangerous as the Biden government, and I imagine that they're going to also give Ukraine rockets now as well, and that's what concerns me. You know, I'm just praying that Trump can hold Putin off until he gets into power, and then hopefully America, along with other right-wing countries that are coming up all over the place, will come down hard and crush this horrible far-left, communist, socialist agenda that they're trying to push through the streets of our country that nobody's banned and nobody's supporting. So guys, the fight goes on. As Trump says, fight, fight, fight. You know, I do feel disheartened sometimes. But like I said to some of my friends, England might be gone. We don't know, but if it is, we're going to do everything in our power to make sure Scotland doesn't go and to make sure Northern Ireland and Ireland doesn't go any further. And the only way we can do that is by getting our people into politics. And I'm going to just keep pushing it. I'm not the man. Nobody will listen to me because of my background. But there's people out there a lot cleverer and smarter than me that could be doing this and going into politics and getting the people in your area to support you, because they will support you. I promise you, people will support you if your politics are right. People are sick of what's going on right now. And there's a huge awakening all over the Isles of Great Britain and the Ireland. So please, I'm not going to give up. I am downtrodden sometimes on my videos, and I do feel, you know, really scared and all that. But, you know, I'm going to keep fighting for my wee daughter and for my country and for my country people who I love. I love my traditions, I love my religions, I love my churches. You know, this is what I've been brought up with, this is all I know. I love everybody else, but I love my own. You know what I mean? You got to understand that. I'm never going to apologise for that, you know. It's just the way I've been brought up, and there's nothing anybody can do about that. You know, you can't force me to like people are like other religions, you know. Especially when they're being so negative and causing so many problems, you know. And this is exactly what our government are trying to do right now. They're trying to force things down our throat that we do not want. They're trying to convince us in the face of what we witness and see with our own eyes, the opposite of what they're trying to convince us. And then they call us racists because we call them out and say, you're lying. What you're saying is not true. This is the truth. And because you come with the truth, they then label you racist and far right. Well, government, you need to be very careful, because you will have a country full of racists and far right if you're not very careful. Because you cannot keep silencing people. The only way we can keep in check on top of everything and protect immigrants that are already in this country is being able to talk openly and frankly, and also includes by telling people you're wrong. It's not all immigrants, you know, it's illegal immigrants that's breaking into the country and taking the places of women and children who deserve their refuge in this country. They're taking their places, and they're the worst of the worst that are coming. Other countries like Qatar and Saudi Arabia have slammed the door shut on these men. That should be enough warning to everybody. We are one of the only countries left with our door wide open. What does that tell you? What kind of people are going to be coming if this is the only place left where they can go? It doesn't make any sense. There's no peace coming to this country. There's nothing but bad men that are going to do bad things. and we've all just got to shut up and accept it. Not in my watch. Thanks very much, guys. God bless every single one of you.